Hey brothers and sisters! Welcome to the CFC Servant in Light podcast. My name is Mac Quinto. Tara, kwentuhan tayo. Hey brothers and sisters! Welcome to the season ender of the CFC Servant in Light podcast. And as you can see, wala po tayong ibang kasamang guest ngayon. Of course, kasama ko yung team of the CFC Servant in Light podcast. But now, it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be talking about some of my realizations, some of my favorite moments, and yung mga natutunan ko din when it comes to our guests. We've been blessed to have 13 episodes, if I remember correctly, and all of them, all of those brothers and sisters that we talked to, that we spoke with, are reminders of how the Lord is truly blessed and present with our community, Couples for Christ. And you know what? There has been a lot that has been said already. We've been hearing from everyone, what does it mean to be servant in light? You know, when we were starting this podcast, it was just a dream na small group of people lang din yung ma-interview namin. But again, we've had 13 episodes, different leaders of the community. I honestly was not expecting the turnout, the people who were excited to hear and to listen to this podcast and watch this podcast on a regular basis with our Facebook and through our Facebook and YouTube channels. But to be perfectly honest, isa talaga sa nilook forward ko when we started with this was to get to know our brothers and sisters in our community, which I got the chance to have and to experience. Different stories from how our leaders, the top leaders, started in this community. We've heard how some of our leaders started na napilitan lang talaga. We've seen how our leaders struggled with their service, with their mission. We've heard of leaders na talagang they did everything and they did very well in order to become an effective servant of the Lord through this community. And I'm sure na marami pang things that were left unsaid over that past episodes. That's why I'm still very excited to hear more stories of our dear brothers and sisters. And I do hope that you're still as excited as we are. You know, brothers and sisters, I remembered nung unang beses na sinabihan nila ako that I will be hosting this. Nakaaka ka ba? Kasi nga, this is a new effort, a new project, and something we trust and we believe will add up to the evangelization work of Couples for Christ. Nakakatakot knowing as well that every week people will be hearing my voice, will be seeing me. And it felt awkward, to be perfectly honest. Kasi ang weird na on a regular basis, maririnig mo yung boses mo na nagsasalita. That's something that somehow I'm still not used to. Another thing na medyo awkward talaga ay yung conversations that we've had. Kasi to establish that I'm a member of Couples for Christ, I have to call them brother and sister. And most of the people na interview natin, or if not all of them, are older than me. So I'm used to calling them tito. I'm used to calling them kuya. Even if we are differing in age, even if we are differing in the position in this community, kahit sabihin mo that Tito Joey is a doctor, Tito Aranel is a lawyer, and all the other people that you've interviewed, magandang paalala yun that we are equal, we are brothers and sisters. We are one community. At the end of the day, tayong lahat ay magkakapatid. Kaming lahat ay magkakapatid. And it was a privilege to, speak with them, to talk with them, to know their thoughts regarding this community, to know and to understand how they felt throughout the history of Couples for Christ. I remember when we had our conversation with Tito Roquel, yung kwentuhan natin, more than just knowing what accompaniment was, he allowed himself to be vulnerable and tell about his relationship or his story with Tita Nina. And even the history of Couples for Christ through his eyes, knowing na Tito Roquel has been here almost at the very beginning. If I remember correctly, he joined community 1980, the second batch, 1982, 1983. So talagang fresh na fresh yung storya, yung community nung siya ay pumasok. With Tita Bernie, with Sister Bernie, to be perfectly honest, I was pleasantly surprised with how that conversation went. I've been seeing Tita Bernie, Sister Bernie over the past years in the community. Pero to hear firsthand yung kwento nung sa asawa niya, how they struggled, yung candidly na pagsagot niya kung meron ba ng ligaw sa kanya, yung pagiging game niya na sagutin yon. That was very surprising, and actually that's one of my most treasured episode one of my most treasured conversations that we've had. Looking back at the past 13 episodes, no, there are actually 3 episodes that really caught my attention or tumatak talaga siya sa akin. Number 1 was the topic on humility with Brother Lawrence, with Kuya Lawrence. Iba yung wisdom and iba yung pakiramdam speaking to him. I've had the opportunity to work with him in YFC for the past 7 or 5 years, if I remember correctly. Nakasama ko siya sa YFC. And hearing him going back to those stories and at the same time yung experience niya, not just as a member of the IC, no, but as a leader in Couples for Christ, it was very heartwarming and it was very inspiring. I remember them from that episode saying na yung pinanggagalingan naman natin when it comes to our service, even yung mga nag-overstay sa service, lahat yun ay nanggagaling sa pagmamahal. Yung napamahal sila sa service nila, napamahal sila sa mga tao. And that opened my eyes because minsan, when we think about it, pag nasasabi mo yung mga nag-overstay na leaders, we look at it as something na negative. Pero with his mindset or with his posture regarding the matter, it ultimately comes from the love of the Lord and love for our brothers and sisters. Second, another episode that I would never fail to look back on was the episode with Sister Bernie, with Tita Bernie. I mentioned this earlier, pero again, tumatak talaga sa akin yung kanyang kwento. Iba yung kwento niya and how spiritual direction helped her, allowed her to recover, to develop. I liked how that story led from spiritual direction to going to accompaniment, accompanying one another. And again, it was inspiring to hear how she overcame all these things, no? That encounter of her life, that episode of her life, it would have been very difficult. It probably was very difficult. Pero she entrusted it to the Lord and she gave it all to the Lord. Another episode talaga na, in a way, nagustuhan ko talaga or favorite ko in a sense ay yung episode on mission with Brother Ruel and Sister Maan. Masaya yung episode na yun, my dear brothers and sisters. Kahit hindi po nararamdaman sa boses ko. Kung gusto niyo ng behind the scenes at bloopers, in all honesty, nakalimutan naming pindutin yung recording noon. So ang ending, we had to re-record the audio. And, you know, it was awkward to re-record everything after yung, hindi ko na-match yung energy, basically. Pero, again, nakakatawang isipin at nakakatawang gawin. Tumatak siya, number 1, dahil nagkaroon kami ng emergency recording nung audio ko. Actually, audio ko lang talaga. And secondly, yung mga kwento nila from their experiences in Kalinga, from the reminder of dying to oneself as a leader and as a missionary. It's something na I can look back on and it's something that I would always look back on. I'm very thankful to have those conversations with them. Alam ko, we just mentioned 3, no? But I would like to highlight another episode na talagang na-appreciate ko talaga was the episode with, the latest episode with Brother Mike Bukuhan, Tito Mike. Yung ikinuwento niya rin yung kanyang family story. But at the same time, more than the personal things, yung magandang paalala. On my end, it was a good reminder of how we need to serve the church. Nagugustuhan ko at natutuwa ako dun sa idea of him telling us what his favorite church was, ano yung nagusto niya simbahan, and yung kwento niya on how the Lord had led him not only to be member of Couples for Christ to the church, but meeting Tita Cha or Sister Cha through their service in the church. Those were the episodes na personally I am happy or I felt so joyful. I felt so excited. I look back on and talagang nakatouch din siya sa aking puso. And you know what? Those were just highlights. Every episode had special moments. Every episode had important factors within me. I can go rambling on and on. I can go tell you every one detail or one information about every episode. But, you know, just rest assured, no? every episode touched me. And I do hope, again, na ito ay nakatouch din sa mga kapatid at bawat sa isa sa inyo. When going back and reflecting on, I think more than this words being the theme for the year, servant in light, throughout the entire run of this season, narinig naman natin yung iba't ibang definition ng ating mga kapatid. If you remember, Brother Ernel was telling the story of him doing even the little things for the household, yung how joyful he was na pagkikwento na pagka may household sa kanila, excited siya maglinis, yung ultimong kinikwento niya na yung magtitimpla ng juice para sa kanilang gathering or yung pag-arrange ng upuan. I dared ask him na, hindi nyo po ba feel na parang abogado kayo pero hindi nyo ba na feel na medyo napaka-simplistic ng trabaho yun? And wala sa kanya yun. Wala sa kanya yung idea na siya ay magbubuhat ng upuan. Wala sa kanya yung kailangan niya magtimpla ng juice. Wala sa kanya yung idea na abogado ko. Wala sa kanya yung ere na yun. Because he knew that he was called to be a servant. He knew that he was called to serve our brothers and sisters. And nakakatawa na sinabi niya na isa lang yung pangarap niya, service pa, yung matutong mag-set up ng ito, maging digital missions team. That's one thing that he wanted to explore in his years of service. Being the light, the definition that I would like to go back to was the definition of Tito Joe, Brother Joe Yamamoto. He mentioned that, again, the reminder na ang bawat isa sa atin ay hindi po ilaw. We are not the light. We are just reflecting the light of the Lord. Yung sinabi niya that we are somehow like mirrors na kailangang mapolish, na kailangang mapakinis, mapakintab, so that ultimately we can reflect that light. How do we polish ourselves? Through our households, to our gatherings, to our teachings, yung one-on-ones natin. And I believe and I do remember and I do trust that this is a good reminder for us coming from the Lord na kailangan niya nating balikan yung pagiging liwanag. When you think about it, no, a very, talaga siya, contrasting yung idea ng servant and light. Na parang servant, it calls you to be low. It calls you to lower yourself. And you think about light, ang liwanag ay bright, di ba? So kung bright ka, you will catch people's attention. These two are kind of contrasting, pero at the end of the day, with these definitions, with our brothers' definitions, it is not contrasting. To be a servant is to be humble. To be humble is to acknowledge that we are not the light. And ultimately, our goal is to just obey. I remembered in one of our households, my wife mentioned that yung sinabi niya na madali lang yung idea nung yung dying, yung death. What's difficult is dying to oneself. Death is a release. Death is the end. Kumbaga wala nang struggle and all. You're gonna be with the Lord. But she mentioned that every day, the dying to oneself every day, that is something na mas challenging and somehow mahirap talaga siya to die in oneself. And I do believe that's what being a servant in light is. It's dying to oneself, trusting and knowing, believing that it is not you, but it is the Lord. At the start of the year, in one of my prayer times, I wrote the words, or I was struck by the words of John the Baptist. Yung simple lang, I am not him. Yung I am not him. He mentioned that right before, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, in the Gospel of John, right before the baptism of Jesus. When John the Baptist was mentioning that I am not him, because people were flocking to him, thinking and knowing or believing that he was the Messiah. And he had to shoo them away and saying, no, it's not me. There's someone else that's coming that's more important than me. If you look at it in all honesty, John the Baptist could have actually said, no, ako yun. Ako naman talaga yun eh. Pero he knew that it wasn't him. He knew that his mission was not to be the light, but it was to point towards the light, to bring people towards the light. He served his purpose to baptize Jesus so that people will recognize and understand that Jesus is truly the Messiah. The words of John the Baptist, yung I must decrease and He must increase, is really, I think, a good definition of what it means to be a servant in light. In order for the Lord to truly increase in our lives, in order for the Lord's light to truly be seen by our brothers and sisters all around, we have to decrease. We have to step back and know, again, that ultimately we're just serving Him. And secondly, we would just reflect His light. At the beginning, I was conscious on kung paano ako magsasalita, how would I look, how would I sound. Pero as we continued, and right now, at the end of the first season, ultimately, ang naalala ko at ang tumatatak sa akin, ang paalala sa akin ng Panginoon ay, hindi sa akin to. Kung ito ay maging very fruitful at kung ito ay maging hit, then praise the Lord. If people decide not to watch this, then praise the Lord. Kung sa dulo, kung ito ay magbubunga ng a long series of podcasts, a long series of episodes, praise the Lord. If ultimately this will be the last of it, then praise the Lord. Why? At the end of the day, lahat na tong bagay na to, my ability to speak, my ability to facilitate the interview, it's not me. It is the Lord. So I trust and I believe that I'm just doing the Lord's work with what I'm doing. And my prayer is that people would recognize, not me, but ultimately will recognize how the Lord was working within me. And at the same time, I hope that throughout the entirety of the 13 episodes, the past 13 episodes, people would know and recognize that those people that I was talking to, those people that I spoke to, hindi sila yun. Ang Panginoon pa rin yun. I believe in my heart that that is what it means to be a servant in light. So once again, my dear brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us for the past 13 episodes. Don't worry, this is not the end. Marami pa tayong makakakwentuhan, marami pa tayong maririnig na mga tao will hear more about the community. And kung meron kayong mga suggestions or meron kayong ideas for the topics that we would like to talk about or to discuss, you may type it in the chat box or kung gusto nyo, i-message nyo yung Facebook page ng Couples for Christ or message us. It has been an honor. It is a great honor to be with you. And muli po, hindi pa ito ang huli. And once again, this is Mac Quinto coming to you from the 4th floor of the Global Mission Center, the studio. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Maraming salamat sa team. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanood at nakisama sa amin over the past 13 weeks of the CFC Servant and Light Podcast. God bless everyone. And until the next time, kwentuhan po ulit tayo. God bless!